cars and anime are a thing match made in heaven. And Toyota knows that, as well as Acura, right? Acura had Chiaki's Journey not that long ago. And in fact, Toyota just came out with their own anime. And we watched episode 1 not that long ago. And it's really talking about, well, making fun of like this autonomous future where cars are dead, lifeless, and there are a few people who still enjoy driving out there in the world. And the synth cars, the robotic cars, are out there to get the human drivers because they're messing up the synth efficiency. It just came out, but the second episode dives more into this. And I hear in the third episode today, guys, grab your snacks and drinks. In the third episode, we may have a teaser for a next-gen MR-2. Is this really happening in an anime? Let's get into it. Guys, hit that like button on my channel as well, and I'll put the links down below if you want to watch these videos on your own and kind of break them down and slow-mo them. But I haven't really had a chance to look at this second episode or third episode.
How do you know my name?
I'm Lynn, and everyone knows who you are, Jay Kang, legendary racer. Except you couldn't even handle a few standard synths back there.
Those things were trying to run me off the road.
The standard synths see drivers as unpredictable viruses that threaten to disrupt their perfect order.
I can't let her get away.
Nice moves.
All right.
Not bad for a hot hatch.
That one is mainly action-packed. Let's get into episode 3 here. And in that video, if you guys are a fan of like Daft Punk, there is possibly some samples from Tron Legacy soundtrack from Daft Punk. So hopefully I don't get copyright striked because it sounded a lot like Daft Punk if you were listening closely. But let's get into episode 3. Excuse me. Grip, baby, let's go.
Not bad for a hot hatch.
Okay, holy cow. So there's one thing like anime cars as well as like anime food and anime robots too, if you're like a Gundam person. Oh, and speaking of anime, it's coincidence. Rest in peace, Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball. Due to him, I really got into anime, and I have a huge love and respect for Dragon Ball. I'm watching Dragon Ball Super with my little kids, like almost on a weekly or nightly basis at this point, and they really like it. It's not quite as gruesome or as immature in some ways as Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, but yeah, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama, and let's get back into Toyota's anime here in 2024. All right, so let's just break down this Alteza. Alteza is the Japanese domestic market version of the first gen IS 300. Okay, it looks awesome. You got the body kit, you know, the cambered wheels. You got the aftermarket mirrors on here. I mean, it looks good. And you see the back, the iconic IS 300's rear here. It's awesome, absolutely awesome. You have the 2JZ engine in this vehicle. Of course, right-hand drive. And here it is. This is the teaser, guys. This is the teaser. Is this a teaser for a vehicle that is going to be revealed just for the anime? Or is this a teaser for an upcoming GR vehicle? I don't know what to think. Toyota could have. I mean, the MR-2, if they bring the MR-2 to the market, a mid-engine performance car, and I've made several videos on it with a 3-cylinder turbo manual, like that's all a possibility. Or they could just do 3-cylinder turbo hybrid with the new direct automatic transmission. The DAT is what they're calling it, which is now in the GR Yaris, and hopefully it'll be in the GR Corolla soon. But he spies this through the window of the Alteza. Check that out. He's looking through the Alteza and something catches his eye. Is this an MR-2? Well, we're going to pull up some images here of what we have from Toyota and what they've teased on the MR-2. But before we do that, let's look at old MR-2s of past, okay? What do you think? Is there some similarities here? Maybe with the wing a little bit? We have this really aggressive and slopey and pointy front end here. The latest talks out of Japan, we're talking about a double deck. So two different rear, I guess it would be, one is an engine bay lid in the back. Does it show it here? Yes. One is an engine bay lid and the other one's actually a trunk lid. It could be a double decker, but based off of this design here, it's probably a single deck. A double deck is just unrealistic. If we look at the other image, which is a single deck, so just one big hatch or piece of door that flips up, that's more than likely the style of what they're going for here. But looking at this from the side also looks pretty familiar from actual Toyota concepts, not just renders or previous vehicles. This concept is possibly most similar with this GR concept that we had in 2021. We never saw anything more of this though. And we thought for sure that this would be the reincarnation of the MR-2. Here's another image of that vehicle, but with the rear here, it just doesn't look to be a one-to-one copy of that. I think it's quite different, but there's no way, in my opinion, that this vehicle is unlikely to come out. Here's why, right? There's all this speculation and rumors about the mini Land Cruiser coming out, the Land Cruiser FJ. The new Tacoma was this design at the end of 2021 that they teased. We already knew what the Tacoma looked like. This is the new CHR that just launched in Europe. Here's the Crown Sport that, God willing, we get this in America. I detailed this for you when I was in Japan with David Chow for the Japan Mobility Show. This is that e-Palette that they had for the Olympics. We don't have these electric city vehicles, service vehicles that really only being seen in Japan. And this one is kind of the odd one out because out of this lineup, this is the only one that hasn't got any major traction yet, this MR-2. We did see some sort of future version of this at the Japan Mobility Show. And here it is, the FTSE, if I remember, the names of these concepts were a little off. But look how similar, I guess you could say, these proportions here. Look at this line that comes down from the mirror. You have this real pointy rear haunch, and then you have this sloping roofline with this kind of duckbill spoiler. If you ask me, this is really close to this electrified GR sports car concept that we saw in Japan. And I think it would be more than likely a combination and design between what we see here and that yellow car we had just a little bit ago that they showed in 2021. Feel like it's a mix match. The front end here looks like the vehicle that Akio Toyota showed off, and then the back from here on back looks like the car that you see in motion. So is it coming? Is this vehicle coming? I think it is. At the end of this anime, this is the vehicle that's going to slay the synth cars and take down, the synth boss. Because check out
GR Corolla. So much power in a 3-cylinder.
Okay, so does that mean that this engine is likely to go in the MR-2, right? They're kind of combining it in the same scene. I think there's a strong likelihood. It could be hybridized, like I said. It could be totally unelectrified. There are rumors talking about that the MR-2 could be the very last non-electrified sports car from Toyota. And if that's the case, that's pretty exciting. 6-speed manual, 300 plus horsepower, and they're saying so much power in a 3-cylinder, they could keep boosting that power for the MR-2 to set it apart.
Insane, right?
Everything here has all been in the pursuit of one thing.
Yeah, awesomeness.
No, Kamal. It's more than just that.
Anything on the wall? Okay, so this is their GR race car that races in Le Mans. I can't tell exactly what's in the corners here,
It's
but
the exhilarating thrill of driving.
anything else? Okay, the Supra that is there. Here's the Easter egg that he catches.
That's my father.
Hello, Jay.
You knew my
Pit
father?
crew.
He was one of the greatest drivers anyone has ever known.
What? Is that Dr. Synth?
Dr. Synth was a helper of his father, but he probably ended up taking his dad out somehow and then, had this revolution of these autonomous vehicles. So who's going to be the one to take, obviously Jay is the one to take down this Dr. Synth, and it's going to be in that MR-2. That's what I'm guessing. We could get an official reveal of the MR-2 via anime before we know it. I don't know how many episodes. Is there anything in the description here? No, it doesn't say. I don't know how many episodes are going to be in this series. how fast it's progressing, and maybe like 10 episodes for this mini series. They're all about a minute long, so it's only about a 10-minute total. So we could very well see the next MR-2 be revealed in an anime. Even if they reveal something in this anime underneath those drapes, does it mean that it's going to be a production car? Absolutely not. But it would be cool. And it's great to get our hopes up. And Easter's coming. Feel like there's lots of Easter eggs that could be taken out of here. All right, guys, I'm going to shut it down. Thank you for watching. Also, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama, creator of Dragon Ball, and also, you could say, the father of a lot of the manga and animes out there currently that are successful around the world. Rest in peace. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.